Like what?
Well, today I realized how important the nervous system is.
What? It's so random. No.
Well, we use the nervous system every day.
Like how?
Well, for instance, every day people go to the doctor to get their reflex test.
That's true. But like, what is the nervous system?
Well, the nervous system is a network of specialized cells that communicate information about an animal's surroundings and itself. It's responsible for sending, receiving, and processing nerve impulses throughout the body.
Oh, but like how does that do with the actual bodies?
Well, all the organs and muscles inside your body rely upon these nerves to function. Think of it as a master control for your body.
Whoa, that's so cool. It's
the nervous system.
So, what is the nervous system?
I'll tell you. The nervous system is composed of neurons and specialized cells called glia, which aid neuron function. But don't mistake these little guys for neurons, because they're not. The nervous system is divided
Into two subsystems.
the central nervous system and the peripheral nervous system. The peripheral nervous system and central nervous system sends messages to each other through bundles of neuron fibers called nerves. Together, they carry out three main functions. The first one is sensory input, where the peripheral nervous system receives stimuli. Sensory neurons carry this information to the central nervous system. Sensory receptors are like a more highly specialized version. The next one, integration, is where the central nervous system interprets the information. It involves interneurons, which are entirely part of the central nervous system.
Then there's motor output. This is when the central nervous system orders a response. The neurons that carry these signals are motor neurons.
Hitting a volleyball involves sensory input, seeing the ball, integration, processing the information about the ball's position, and motor output, moving to hit the ball.
Hi, I'm Leo Baustov. Let's talk about the central nervous system. It issues nerve impulses and analyzes sensory data. It consists of two major parts, the brain and the spinal cord. The brain has about 100 billion neurons and trillions of glia. Bundled nerve cells processes run out of the brain and spinal cord to form the peripheral nervous system.
The peripheral nervous system is a channel for the relay of sensory and motor impulses between the central nervous system and the body's surface, muscles, and internal organs. It is composed of the spinal nerves, cranial nerves, and some parts of the autonomic system. Just like the central nervous system, its nervous pathways are made up of neurons. Peripheral neurons' cell bodies are often in sensory motor clusters called ganglia. The motor ganglia are associated with the autonomic system. The autonomic nervous system is a part of the peripheral nervous system that regulates the basic organ processes needed for the maintenance of bodily functions. It operates independently of voluntary control, but things such as emotional stress, fear, and altered sleep cycles change autonomic activity levels. It is usually defined as a motor system, and it innervates three major tissue types: cardiac muscle, smooth muscle, and glands. It is separated into two divisions, sympathetic and parasympathetic. The sympathetic division increases the general level of activity in the body and makes more energy available. The parasympathetic division has a much different effect, calming the body and returning it to regular maintenance functions. So the motor division includes the autonomic nervous system. I know all about that, but what about the somatic nervous system? Somatic. Well, I know it carries signals from somewhere, but from where? The central nervous system, silly. Oh, that's right! From the central nervous system. And it goes to where? Skeletal muscles. That's right! The skeletal muscles. That's what I said. But now, is it mostly voluntary actions or involuntary?
mostly voluntary.
Voluntary, that's right. Bunai?
Sensation and perception play a joint yet very separate role in the interpretation of our surroundings. Sensation is how we sense our environment through touch, taste, light, sound, and smell. These sensations make our brains aware of the sensory stimuli. Perceptions come into play when our brains interpret these sensations. It integrates the raw information to form a perception. Take a few seconds to look at this picture of a vase. If you saw the vase, that was your sensation. But if you really looked at the picture and saw that it could be two faces as well, then your brain has formed a perception, meaning it made sense of the picture.
Gabby, I'm bored. Ow! What was that for?
I was doing a demonstration of your pain receptors. The only part of your body that doesn't have pain receptors is your brain. Pain is sensed by free nerve endings rather than by receptor cells. Pain is an important sense since it tells your brain that your tissues are in danger.
The coolest part is that those impulses that told Janella's brain that her tissues were in danger traveled at 350 feet per second. That's why she said ouch so quickly.
What was that for?
Just testing your pain receptors.
It's really hot in here. Yeah, my thermoreceptors are sure at work.
Thermoreceptors?
Yeah, our sensory receptors that detect heat and cold.
That's hot. Action.
Oh man, my mechanoreceptors, that is, the sensory receptors that are stimulated by touch, pressure, stretch, and motion, have failed me. Yeah.
Sensory receptors such as those in your nose and in your taste buds that are sensitive to certain chemicals are called chemoreceptors. The photoreceptors in your eyes are the sensory receptors that are receptive to various wavelengths of light. Drugs affect the nervous system in different ways. If the drug is abused, this may lead to tolerance of the drug, meaning more and more of it is needed to produce the same effect. Use of drugs may lead to addiction and uncontrollable dependence on the drug. When addicted, a person may experience withdrawal when not taking the drug. The symptoms may be physical or psychological. Carry this info like a more
Well, nervous system is used every day in our everyday lives.
Like how?
No,
What?
every day,
That's
yeah,
right.
it is every day in everyday lives. That's just not.
Hey, Michael, what's up?
What's up, guys? I swear to God,
It innervates three major tissue types: cardiac, muscle, urinary. I just saw like your arm go like this.
I'm so sorry.
Alright, you're not supposed to go like this though, because it's impossible to hit it.